Hey, good afternoon, KRB family. I'm Todd Falk, the marketing director at KRB, and I'm here with our team, our crack team of automatic stirrup bender mechanics, fabricators, and assemblers. And we are going to be covering and continuing our webinar series. Today, we're going to do preventative maintenance on our auto stirrup machines. So if you do want to follow along, we did notice that we have to make some updates to our preventative maintenance sheets. But all these are online on our online service center. You can download them as a PDF. You do need a login to get in to get them. By Monday morning, we'll have them updated with the latest, greatest stuff. But if you want to follow along in the meantime, those are available online, and that's what we're going to be following today. So with me, I have Ed Gaynor, Paul, and Dan from our stirrup team. And on our IT and producers, John Mahalo with our IT director. And then we also have Sean McKittrick, who is going to be handling the live chat. I don't know if you remember last time we had an issue with receiving chat, but that is active now. And Sean will be moderating the chat. He'll be answering live any questions you have. If he doesn't know the answer, he's going to shout it out to us and we'll get one of the guys to answer it. Chat is live. I wanted to mention that the preventative maintenance sheet that we're following is the Multiform 616. It is identical to the 613 with the exception of some capacities of the fluid ounces when you change the bend head. We'll be covering any differences on the 1020. We have a machine back here that you'll see here shortly. None of us are pros at presenting, as you can tell already. So if we flubber over some words, please don't hold it against us. We'll keep going, okay? And then last but not least, this recording will be available after finished. So if you did register and you couldn't make it to attend live, no issues. We'll have it up on our website and you can reference it forever. How's that? Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to flip the camera over and I'm going to get Dan is going to start us off with the daily maintenance on the machines.
So first of all, while we're back here, every day you want to grease it. You'll put 2 to 3 pumps in these grease zerks here.
1 second, Dan, let me get in there so I can see it better.
Till 2 to 3 until they get hard, in both of them.
Is there any special type of grease we use? Just standard grease.
Just standard grease.
Okay, great.
And then the difference between greasing this and the 1020 is going to be the 1020. You're going to want to grease every week instead of every day. There's 4 grease zerks, 1 here, 1 down here. Same thing on the back shaft. 1 here and 1 way back down in here.
Okay.
There's 1 more under this cover. You're going to want to grease. We're not going to remove it here because it's full of grease and we're about ready to ship to a customer. So that'll cover greasing them.
And the same thing, couple pumps just until.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
2 to 3 pumps.
Great.
Then coming around to the front of the machine. You're going to want to grease grease. You want to check the 2 shear blades for chips and wear every day. Stationary shear blade is a 3/8 Allen.
So the one you're removing now is considered the stationary blade, correct? What are you looking for on wear on that, Dan?
Just making sure there's no chips, no.
Chips in the tunnel of it, right?
Correct.
So this one's brand new, so it's not a great example, but Dan's going to show you how to just easily remove.
You want to check in here for chips. Make sure it's not chipped on the outside as well. Same thing in here.
Okay.
And movable shear blade is 5/16 Allen.
Live presentations. This is how it happens. So you see what Dan did there. He had trouble getting that out. So he just removed the stationary to make it easier to access.
You'll want to check it on these edges for chips as well.
Now, is there a wrong way to put that blade in?
No, it can go in either way.
Okay. As easy as that. By the way, I forgot to mention in my intro that these are the only American-made stirrup machines on the market today. So they're manufactured right here in Wrightsville, Pennsylvania. Now, when you tighten those back up, is there any kind of torque spec that you set those to? 153? Did I hear you, Mal?
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Okay. Cool. Is that 153 Newton? Foot-pounds.
The last thing on the daily maintenance is you'll want to check the bend pin for tightness and any wear to it.
Right. Quickly back in action. So go ahead, Dan, you're threading that then?
Yeah,
There's
so-
actually a threaded part on there.
Yep, you'll want to thread it in the whole way.
Great. And then what do you want to do? Do you blow that out with air and
You'll want to blow this out with air. There is an air gun provided with the machine.
okay.
Then you'll want to check all this for wear. Make sure the nut didn't back off at all. Check your roll for wear. And then to reinstall that, you'll just want to make sure that hole isn't covered. Just give it a good
Push
push.
it in by hand. Simple as that. You just have to have the right tool to start with, just like anything. All right, cool, Dan. Thank you very much. That was awesome. All right, so now Paul is going to cover the weekly maintenance. So, Mr. Abel, take it away. Well, I'm going to follow you.
Okay, on the pneumatics, you want to check your oil.
So we're back on the 616.
You have to get the air pressure off of the system. Okay. The oil level's good, but your fill line for the oil is right here. So oil level's fine. This is the water separator. You open the cock and any water that might be in the system will come out. You can also on the gauge here.
So there's a sight gauge there. So if there's any fluid in there, you can actually see that. Might be hard to see on our camera here.
There's no fluid in it.
Yeah, because we haven't run this machine. It's brand new, ready to go to a customer. Okay. And that is a weekly, correct?
That's weekly.
There's
Sort of
grease
give you-
points on the screw for the straightener. Here, 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 and here. And I think there's, oh, I'm sorry, and on the slide too. There. And on the other side. And then down on the fine tuning rolls.
So weekly, you want to put a pump grease in there.
There's one on this side and one on that side. And it'll be the same on this straightener.
That's the internal straightener on those machines.
So all the ones on the straightener are the same, and then you have it on these tuning.
Once a week.
And then on the back. There's two for the back of the slides. And on the internals, the same. There's one. Oh, there's one.
These are the drive rolls you have in the secondary and the primary. What you want to inspect for is excessive wear on the teeth.
These are serrated drive rolls. This is the secondary. Right, inspect the grooves. Let me see if I can get in there closer as you can see. These are brand new and what they should look like.
I'm gonna open it up.
Here's our primary drive.
Rolls are drive rolls.
And there you can see the teeth on those drive rolls. Check those out weekly. Okay.
Okay. The bend. We're gonna remove the bend head and
So unlike Dan, who was inspecting it for wear daily, Paul is going to pull it out so he can clean it. Okay, so we don't have air hooked up, but you blow that out with air, wipe it. Okay. All right, sir. So I guess we're on to monthly maintenance now. Checking the wear plates.
wear plates that you're gonna be inspecting are here.
So you do, you pull this plug out. If the oil comes out of it, you're good on your level.
Okay.
On any one of these blue boxes, this would have to be the front.
So unfortunately, there's no sight line on these gearboxes. You have to pull the plug out and see if there's oil in there. And you fill it by,
You would remove this vent and you would put 26 ounces of 150 Omega weight or grade oil in.
if you drain it.
Yes.
Okay.
Drain it.
All right. Okay, that's the monthly stuff now. So Ed is going to go over the annual and biannual maintenance on the machines. So we were just, I guess we were here.
So start out, these drive boxes in the front hold 42 ounces of 150. To drain it, there's a plug down here. You would have to pull.
I'm trying to get a better can. Ed and I are getting closer than we have been in some time. I'm having a hard time showing that, so.
Right, just go right down the side. It's the lower one.
Okay,
So front of the
give me here. I'm gonna pan up and there it is. Can you point to it, Ed, again? Right there. It's a little tricky to get to. All right, so you're gonna do
You have
that.
to put a pan here to catch the oil.
Okay. And then you said 40 ounces,
42 ounces of 150 weight.
150 weight oil.
And that's the same drain on the primary and the secondary. Same drain port. So you would have to come around here. Do the same on both drive boxes. There's an upper fill plug in the front that you would fill it in between the drive rolls.
My camera's going wonky. It's going in directions I don't want it to go. Okay, got it. And that is annually, biannually, sorry.
It's like every 6 months.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
And then the other oil in the back.
All you?
In this bearing housing in the front for your tool and wheel arm. On the 616, this has 15 ounces of 150. The same oil you use in both your primary and secondary drive boxes. To drain it is down underneath. There's a pipe with a plug in right here.
Okay.
I don't know if you can
Then
see.
you have to move your hand. There it is. Okay.
So you pull that plug and drain it there. And then you would fill it. You could remove this breather, or you could remove both these 3Ls and fill it right in the top of the housing.
Okay, I see the housing there. So the draining is at the top there?
That's where you would fill it.
Oh,
The
sorry.
drain is at the
At the
bottom.
bottom. Okay, what was the thing you showed me at the top there?
This is a street L. It has a breather in.
Ah.
So you could remove that and fill it there.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
On the 613, it's the same way, but it's 13 ounces of oil.
Instead of 15 as we list on our sheet, but that is listed on the 613 preventative maintenance sheet as that.
And if you do happen to overfill it a little bit, all it's going to do is blow out this vent and run down the side.
Okay, so you
And
just have
it'll
to
equal itself out.
Gotcha. So no major catastrophe if you overfill. It'll correct itself, but you might have to clean up with a rag.
Right.
Okay.
Now on the 1020,
So the 1020 is a little different. So we just covered the 616 and the 613, the difference being 13 ounces versus 15 ounces.
Hey Ed. Fred Pruder from New Way Troy pointed out that on the feed motor on the 1020, when he put it into the level until it was draining out, that it overpressured and caused a grinding noise in the motor. What do you recommend for that?
in the gearbox or
And
in
when
the
he-
motor?
The motor created a grinding noise when he because it's at an angle, so it made too much oil fill up when he filled it in the fill
Well,
point.
those blue gearboxes, you put in 26 ounces of oil.
Thanks, Ed.
So you might want to note that.
And that is now on the sheet. The capacity should be listed. Thanks, Sean. Sean's monitoring that live chat. So if you have questions, Sean will chime in and let us know what they are.
So on the 1020, this bearing housing, it's larger than on the other two. This holds, what did I say, 20 or 32 ounces. I think it's 32 ounces. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's 32. And to drain this one is down on the bottom. It's a lot easier if you pull the pin on the cylinder and swing the cylinder back out of the way, and then you can hold a pan underneath there to catch it.
Okay.
And then the same thing as the other one, you would refill it. On this one, you would just take the plug out of the top and it'll go straight down into the tube with the 150.
Okay, Amala 150. We catch all the points on the 1020 that need greasing,
Yes, that's the only.
the head up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that pretty much it, guys? Any other questions we have from the live chat? Okay, well, on behalf of the team, I want to thank you guys that registered and are watching with us live now. I want to thank Sean McKittrick for monitoring the chat and John Mahala, our IT manager, for doing the producing of this today. We did have a couple glitches, but no worries. Like we said before, none of us are pros, and we'll keep doing this. And any suggestions you have on content that you would like to see KRB do for you, that's why we're doing it, our customers. So you guys have a great weekend. Again, just a reminder, Monday we'll get these sheets updated, and there will also be a video recording of this webinar for your future reference. So that's it from us. Thanks very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great weekend, everybody.